An unpatriotic move sparking a firestorm. Firefighters at the Arlington, New York Fire District forced to remove American flags from their fire trucks. A board of fire commissioners in Poughkeepsie, New York, claims the flags are a liability and a distraction to other drivers, and that's not sitting well with many of the firefighters. Arlington Fire District Chief Tory Gallante goes on the record live from his firehouse. Good evening, Chief.
Hi, Greta. How are you?
I'm well. Chief, first of all, what's the problem with the flags on the fire truck? I mean, what possible danger can they be to anybody else?
I personally don't feel that they're a danger, but there were 3 members out of the 5 Board of Fire Commissioners that felt that they did not want the flags on the back of the fire equipment.
But why? I read because it was a distraction of the drivers. Frankly, you want other drivers to see and hear you coming. That's why you put on the siren and you race through the street with the lights.
You are correct. There were a few of them that felt that they are a distraction. But we did, speak internally. We have a health and safety committee, and we made sure that that wasn't an issue.
How big are these flags, and where were they on the truck? They weren't covering any safety equipment, so that was hard to get to the equipment, right?
No, they weren't interfering with operations at all. I don't have the exact dimensions, but they were placed on the back of the vehicles, on both the engines and the ladder trucks.
How long had the flags been on the trucks?
The flags were on for about a month and a half after the firefighters union approached me about putting them on the back of the vehicles. Yeah,
I read about one firehouse that I think since 9/11 has had flags on their trucks, and it's in honor of the over 300 firefighters who killed in 9/11. So, I mean, it's not unprecedented that fire trucks would have a flag on it.
Oh, it's definitely not unprecedented, and it's been more prevalent since 9/11. You look at pictures throughout the country and even here locally, you see tons of emergency vehicles with the flags on them.
Chief, I want to bring the viewers in on this a little bit to get them to vote on it on Twitter. So here's the Twitter vote tonight. Should fire trucks be allowed to display American flags? Tweet yes or no using hashtag Greta. We'll show you your live Twitter votes throughout the show. Chief, how do the firefighters in your house feel about this?
The firefighters are very disappointed that the flags had to be removed, that the board gave me a directive to have them removed.
Have the flags actually been removed? Are you going to comply with it?
I did comply with the board's directive. They were removed yesterday in a brief ceremony. The firefighters wanted to remove the flags with dignity and respect, and we took them down yesterday in a small ceremony that was attended by about 50 people, both firefighters and people of the general public.
Well, already about 82% of the people voting say they want the flags on the truck. And my position on this, Chief, not that it really matters, and I don't know if I get a position on this, is that if the firefighters who are out there risking their lives for everybody in the community want a flag on the truck and it in no way inhibits their jobs, they ought to have it. I'll give you the last word on this.
Greta, I totally agree with you, and you do have a vote, and thank you. We truly appreciate all the support that we received, both publicly and from you and from Fox.
And, Chief, I hope the board has enough sense to reconsider this, because sometimes we make dumb decisions, and after some reflection, we change our mind. So I hope the board changes its mind. I hope those flags are back up. And thank you very much for joining us. And tell your firehouse that I appreciate they risked their lives for everybody.
Thank you. I will definitely pass on your words.